good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time y'all watching this. Hopefully, y'all watching this live. This is Marquis, aka Severe, from Boston. I got a special guest on the THHC podcast that stands for the Hip Hop Connoisseur Podcast. Let's welcome Son Lee. Son Lee.
What up? What up, Seville? How's everything going? Happy
What's good?
Friday.
What's good, Queen? Introduce
I'm up.
yourself, man. Let us know. This is probably I'm not sure if this is your first podcast or your first.
Absolutely. So I go by the name Son Lee. I'm an artist out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. I like to do a little bit of love for the hip hop, R&B. I like jazz, all genres to be exact. And I like to keep an open mind when it comes to the music. Very versatile with my flow. Um, there's a lot of music in the works coming up, so I'm proud of that. I'm happy about that. We got the new album that just dropped, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's Sonley, Maine The Medicine, Ceverely Yours. Shout out to you, Ceverely Yours, for everything that you do for the music world, for the artists, for the independent underground. Keep it going, keep it going. We need this right now.
Nah, shout out to you, man. Shoot, when Maine The Medicine introduced me to your bars or to some of your lyrics or some of your songs, I was like, I had an inkling. I said, nah, this is you gotta get her to rap, man. You gotta get her to come back
Yeah,
and
and
rap.
he's been doing that too. He's been pushing it. He every time I go, he's like, "Look, we got some new work to do. We got some new projects, and then I got a lot of new stuff coming up too." So trying to work on a couple of solo things too. But shout out to Maine the Medicine for everything, for being like my support, my back. He's like the other half of me in this. So shout out
Yeah,
to Maine the Medicine.
of course. Shout out to Maine The Medicine. He couldn't make it tonight. He's touring, basically.
Yes,
He's doing these shows,
a lot.
man. He's in like
Doing this
20
thing right
bands,
now.
man.
Doing this thing right now.
He's you know him, right? He's in like 20 bands. Like he's in this
Yeah,
rap group, this rock group, band. I
absolutely.
don't know what's going on.
He's a man of many talents.
Yeah, he stays busy and he so shout out to Maine and Medicine. He'll be on the show eventually again, but I know you guys ain't stopping. Hopefully this ain't the first one,
Nope,
and the
won't be the
only
last.
one. Hopefully it's not the last. But let's pay some bills real quick. Today is Friday. I'm gonna talk about a couple albums, EPs, and things of that nature that were released today. You're officially my co-host now, Stonely. So number one is Severely Yours Petals. It's an EP, it's an instrumental EP that I actually did with a couple producers and got and put out myself. I like a
Mhm,
lot of I like listening to a lot of instrumental albums now. So I
mhm.
said to myself, I'm just gonna do them myself. I'm just gonna executive produce them myself. And so
Absolutely.
I've been having fun with it. So I don't know if you've seen me behind the scenes doing these albums.
Yeah,
Um,
some of them are really, really good. I like a lot of them. Like I'll listen to them at work when I'm on my breaks just to get my day moving, get my mood flowing, and just keep my vibes positive. It
yeah,
helps a lot.
it's for frequency. You know, they say frequency is what I'm saying that's what oh, what's good, man? This is hip hop. He said, what's good, guy? What's going on?
What up? This
Um,
is hip hop. Shout
you
out
know,
my brother Gav.
you know what I mean? Number two is
Shout
Juicy
out
J.
Canada.
Y'all know Juicy J. The Tribute Tapes Volume 1. What did you think about? Did you listen to Juicy J? Are you a fan?
I'm a fan. I haven't listened to him like recently, but yeah, I like Juicy J. Bands will make them dance, so who don't like
Yo,
Juicy J?
he will yeah, he will make somebody dance, man. Sean Middleton said, what up? So what's good?
What up?
What's
What
going
up?
on? We got a couple fans in the joint. Number three is Thundercat Distracted. Did you hear that album? Are you a fan of
No, I know who Thundercat is. He has a song that I really, really like of his.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit more older, a couple years back, but I like him. He's very talented. A little like quirky of a style, but I think
Yeah,
the music needs that. Hip hop needs that. You know what I mean? People that stand out that just do things a little bit different.
exactly. Exactly, of course. We got number four, we got Uncle John and Whoa 1.0. Uh and Whoa 1.0 for me because I didn't put the title of the album, but they got an album that's out. You ever heard of Uncle John? He's a rapper, and then Whoa 1.0 he's a newer producer on the scene right now.
No, I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Yeah. I forgot to put the album title. That's just me. Probably Russian. Wiz Khalifa and Currency. They got an album called Ruthless Records for Drop Tops Disc 1. So I'm guessing they got Disc 2, 3, or whatever like that. So what do you think about Wiz Khalifa and Currency? They've been working together recently.
I like Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa, he's a PA native, so of course, shout out all the PA natives doing their thing in the rap scene. I only want to big them up. You know what I mean? Everybody, it doesn't matter your age, don't matter your race. If you like it, you love what you do, you good at doing what you do, you keep going with it. You know what I mean? Don't let the critics, the haters bring you down. You always gonna have those regardless. So embrace them, welcome them.
No, yeah, 100% correct, man. Yeah, 100% correct. The next is Marlon Craft. The internet killed. You ever heard of Marlon Craft? I like this guy
Yeah.
right here.
I like Marlon Craft. He's came a long way. I've been watching him since like I want to say maybe 2020. I've been like peeping him
Okay.
since like around the pandemic, and I've just watched more like freestyle work. But it's nice to see he's finally putting out some actual work that or projects people are gonna be able to listen to. He has a
Yeah,
he's very nice rap style. I like Marlon.
I was a fan, and a while back, and he doesn't. It's not like he's just dumping out music. So you're like, so to hear something, this is good. So Marlon Craft, the internet killed the neighborhood. That's the name of the whole album.
I
Number
guess it's
7
supposed
is
to be like a ode to internet killed the radio star.
yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Daniel Son and Future Wave, Shattered Glass.
not familiar.
Not familiar. Planet Asia, Phil A, Cookie Monsters.
No.
The God Fahim, the Doc Shogun.
No.
G Fan Black, Vulgar. Brother Tom
Okay.
Sos, The Ladder, I Climbed. DJ Muggs, Soul Assassins 2, then Earl Sweatshirt, Mike, Surf Gang, Pamia, and Utility.
And that's all in one.
Well, no, these are just they were separate albums. You've never heard of any of these artists?
No.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. This is why I love my my job, the thing I do. I just listen to different artists, and it just feels
Yeah, so you're finding a lot of them that people haven't even heard yet.
Yeah. That's what that's and this is why I got you on the show. A gym. No one's found in that haystack.
I like to stay like that. I like to be the hidden gem.
Yeah, so,
You always want to have a hidden gem. You know what I mean? You got to do your research. You got to do your findings.
yeah, 100%. We're gonna go to fact checker news, man. I just found my tracks. I just found like my soundboard.
Mm.
I don't know what happened with it, but this is fact checker news, right? Section. And before we get to the album, now, number one is it hasn't left the section. It's Trump. It just says Trump did what? Like, are you a Trump fan? You don't have to really get too much into politics, but what do you think?
No, I'm a Democrat. I don't vote Republican. I don't like to get too deep into the politics because politics could lead to separation for some odd reasons. You know what I mean? People will turn you into the worst person in the world just based off of what you think versus their opinions. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from political categories, but no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I voted for Kamala, but unfortunately, here we are.
I'm not talking about the past. I'm just saying, and I'm just wondering, like, are you a fan of Trump and just what he's doing to the world? And I just want to know if you want to get anything off your chest. This is just I leave this on there for myself.
I don't agree fully with what's going on right now, but then again, who am I to say? You know what I mean? I don't know what the situation was before what went on, but I like to keep my opinions to myself as far as it goes. I mean, I don't think that this is going to be for the better because, as you see, our costs are continuing to rise. Not only just the gas prices. I don't see a future of healthcare prices coming down for any of us. Do you know what I mean? There's just certain parts of it that is the parts for me that I focus on, not so much like why we went to war with Israel to help them go after Iran. I don't try to get too deep into it. I just try to keep it more or less on the, I want to worry about what we can do as the American people to make it better for us American people. You know what I mean? Like if there's something that we could do more, because I feel like the world's in such a disarray, not just with us and Iran and with Israel and Iran, like the whole world in general. You know what I mean? The Russia going against Ukraine, and there's just so much that can be said and so many topics. Like you could literally talk all day about it. But at the end of the day, I want to believe that our president, whether I voted for him or not, is capable of doing his job. And that's really my whole concern. And I just don't want it to end up being a shit show that comes at the price of the American people. You know what I mean? Like once it gets to mass casualties for us, then where did we benefit in this? You know what I mean? And I know in wars, casualties happen, but I just don't believe that if it's a senseless thing that we should be putting our all into something if the others like help isn't putting their all into it as well. Because I think that that's one of the things that we always did as the United States. Sometimes I feel like we just interfere sometimes when it's not necessary for us to interfere.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You sound
again,
you're
like I said, it
sound
happens.
like
And in politics, I try to stay in my lane because I'm not a politician. And
you,
at the same time, I just hope that this ends up going to be a good thing for us as well as Israel and everyone involved.
yeah, but you sound like you're running for something right now. Like you're like, I don't do no politics. And then you give me like a 5 minute spiel on politics. Um, that's funny. That was hilarious. But let's
Or I
go on
could
to
have gave
something
you a
lighter.
5 minute
Let's
view
go
on
to something
Donald Trump, but
lighter.
I don't
Let's
want to
go
go
to
there
something
either.
lighter. Astronauts, to the moon. We just recently had some astronauts go to the moon. Did you hear about that story?
Yes, I thought that that was amazing to
Did
be able to do that and go around and further than we ever have been able to. I think is amazing. And I'd like to see what comes next, but do I think this is going to be anything that in the next 20 years we'll all be trying to run to get tickets to go to the moon? I don't think that that's going to be on anybody's minds with where we're at now in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that's a very pricey thing to do, but
yeah.
hopefully this turns out to be a good thing. I don't know if it was just for an experiment for them, you know what I mean? Or if it was because they had to go up there for specific reasons. I don't know, but it was amazing to watch it and for them to have made it out there and they're doing good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's the only details I had too. I was wondering if you like had more details than I did. But yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I
they
know they
haven't
said that
really.
four of them went. The
Yeah,
pilot, I think they said he was African American. I want to say they said the one guy might have been Canadian or something like that, and then there was a female and another gentleman that like they all ascended together. So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's four of them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Last topic before we get to the album is did you listen to Ye's album Bully? It's the talk of the town.
No, but I did hear like feedback on the album where people were saying that they expected a little bit more from him. But I mean, Kanye's Kanye, you know what I mean? I don't think we're gonna ever get the old Kanye back, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure everybody wants another, like, when it all falls down type of, you know what I mean? Everybody wants another gold digger track from Kanye, the stuff that made him the Grammy winner that he is. But I know he does a lot of his work. Like he's another behind the scene producer who does a lot of his album work. And I saw like video footage of him working with Travis Scott on Father. So like I
Okay.
know he's trying, but I haven't heard the album yet, and I haven't heard if like the reviews were really, really good or really, really bad. But I know a lot of people said that this might be like an album for him for his return to be able to, I guess, make a comeback into music.
Yeah, I've been hearing,
He's been
back
through a
and
lot.
forth. I've been hearing pros and cons. Shout out to the chat. Luz Torres. Shout out to 82 DC. He says, what's good? Peace to Son Lee.
That's good, 82 DC. Yeah, he was in the chats when we be in the sandbox.
Yeah, so speaking of Sam Bucks, I wanted to leave his thing up here. That was next. I wanted to, before I went to the album, I wanted to thank the Sam Bucks show.
Yes.
They were
Shout
actually
out
doing a
Sam Buck.
12-hour, they're doing a 12-hour episode tomorrow. They're
Oh,
doing a
wow.
12-hour episode, I think from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Wow.
So I already submitted one of our songs. So hopefully, and it was like number 3. So hopefully, but we do all that super skip and skips and stuff. So, but it'd be played. I'm guessing our song will be played if it's on number 3 right now. So submit y'all records. You know what I'm saying? Go with the Sam Buck show. And also check out the Serpent Tongue. The Serpent Tongue just did a review on this album. Have you read the article? Did you read
Yes,
the
I
article
did.
yet?
Yes, I
What do you
did.
think
Shout out
about this? What
Serpent
do you think
Tongue.
about that review from the Serpent Tongue?
Yeah, it was amazing. I appreciate that. Much love. Much love to Serpent Tongue. That was an amazing review.
No, it was,
What do you
man.
think about it?
No, it really was. I gotta give him credit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh snap. Yeah, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat. If y'all got questions, just ask them. You know what I'm saying? This is a conversation about to speak on the legendary album. Yo, man, this album is fire. It's getting a lot of heat.
Yeah, I'm bumping it every day.
Everybody is. This is the THHC podcast, episode 292. Maine The Medicine, Son Lee, Mr. and Mrs. Smith review.
Yeah.
Maine The Medicine
take a
could
look,
not
yeah.
make it tonight. He's touring. So
Shout out Maine The Medicine, Mercy Gang for their show.
Maine The Medicine, man. So we're gonna go back and forth, man. We got some questions, we got some fun verses. We're gonna do with Son Lee later. But right now let's get into it, man. All right, Maine The Medicine, Son Lee, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The album was released March 27th, 2026. It's about 30 minutes of pure heat, just hip hop. When you listen to it, man, it just sounds like all the elements of hip hop. Let's get into it. Number 1 is just the intro. It's called Mr. and Mrs. Smith intro, produced by JL Studios. So it's an intro straight to the point. You got Maine The Medicine doing an intro. Were you involved with the intro? Or that was just something he created?
No, nope. I was there, but I wasn't involved in that.
Okay. Just real quick. I think somebody got a question. Album is crazy. Hell of a job, says Sean Middleton.
Thank you, Sean.
Shout out to my bro Maine. This is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. Mr. We get some love. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, fire. Come on,
Appreciate
man.
you, 82.
You know what I'm saying? All right, number 2 is Forever. This is produced by DJ Gatsby. Now, the beat is pure soul. Maine is the lexicon architect. Son Lee operates as the cinematic lyricist. Her verses don't just rhyme, they roll the credits. The Ghost second single, pretty much, because like we kind of tried to roll it out, but that's why I call it the Ghost second single. Now Maine set you up to shut down the party, and you did. I mean, I don't know if you did like 48, 68 bars. Like,
it was 32.
Forever, man. Talk about that record.
Forever was one of my favorites. That when like I had got the little package with all the beats and stuff, I was able to be fortunate to be able to pick through a couple of them. So in the beginning, I had some that like I would just pick and then I put them to the side so that like I could listen to them. So I always pick the ones that like I could just, as soon as I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's it right there. Give me that one. Like I just get a feeling sometimes when I hear certain like songs. So certain instrumentals just give me like a feel. It's like chills from head to toe type of thing. Like a love at first sight kind of feeling. So when I first heard that record, I was like, this is going to be a good one. Like we got to do something with this. And then I remember when I had mentioned it to Maine, I was like, we should work with this one. Like we ended up doing Forever after Vendetta. Vendetta was the first one by DJ Gatsby that I ended up doing, he was like, pick one of the like songs. So when I picked it, he first sent it to me. It was only like maybe a minute and some like long. So I was just sitting there like, oh, like the jazziness tone that it had to it. I was like, this is amazing. Like, so I didn't know if he was like teasing me or not when he sent it. It was like they were all snippets. So they were all like maybe a minute and 18 seconds. And I personally messaged Gatsby. It was like, would you do me a favor and just make it like 2.5 minutes? Like I needed to be extended just a little bit longer because I had already knew by the time I listened to it, by the end of that day, I had 16. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not even done yet. Like, let me do a little more. So I had to call him back and ask him to extend it for me because it would have sounded like foolish to be like, oh, I'm just going to loop it. You know what I mean? So I reached out to him and I was like, I need you to extend the record just a little bit longer. And he made it a little bit longer and it was perfect. It couldn't have worked out more perfect.
Yo, that verse was crazy. I was like, yo, what is going on? When I first heard it, I was like, I'm like, what happened? I'm like, yo, Maine just was like, all right, I'm gonna just let her have the entire. I'm like, all right,
I'm gonna let Sandra get him. Smelling like swamp water and Mountain Dew. And then I just came in and just took over after that. I was like, give me that.
Give me that microphone.
That was it. Yep. I took over after that.
That was fire, man. Let's go to number 3, Vendetta, featuring Suspect. The only feature actually on the album. This is produced by DJ Gatsby too. When Song Lee steps to the mic, she directs a mental movie, painting scenes so vividly. You know, Suspect on the chorus. Maine beats the rhythm into submission. His pen game likes to hide meanings within meanings. This is another alley-oop from Maine The Medicine, man. Good time to speak about, Maine The Medicine and this record, but also your solo album coming out soon. Let's talk about the record first. Let's talk about this song Vendetta first.
Vendetta was the first Gatsby track that we did, was the Vendetta. So initially it was going to be just my song because when we were doing it and Gatsby was going to do a mixtape for him. So that was how we initially all had like certain songs that we had selected from like a little like set that he gave us. And I had picked Vendetta, and same thing with Vendetta. When he sent that to me, it was a snippet, and I ended up having to get a longer version as well. Because again, on Vendetta, it's 32 bars. So it just, the 16 wasn't long enough. I needed the extension on that. So we extended Vendetta as well. And I went first on Vendetta. And then Maine just came in and he just let everybody know what the V was for, Vendetta, you know? He stands behind these bars for years like Mandela. Time to eat. No?
Nah, I love it, man. Who don't love this, man? Number 4 is Save Me, produced by Nate Will and is it Simon or Simone?
I believe it's Simon.
Simon, okay. Nate Will and Simon. Song Lee leaving the track with the black eye and a standing ovation from her performance. Maine The Medicine cares deeply about the architecture of the verse. Number 4, man, you Clarissa Shields. Clarissa shielded this record. I'm trying to make something up. Right?
Yep.
Maine Blaze too, but Sandra, man, you stamp. You've been stamping these beats, man. I know people are noticing. Talk about number 4, Save Me.
Save Me was in the beginning when we did that, it was just meant to be like a funky little like just give a little something for like the people, you know what I mean? Like, so in the beginning, like we kind of went in the studio and had fun with that one. Like it was more like we started out with like the beat and didn't really know where we were gonna go with it. So we listened to it a couple of times and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, somebody save me. Like we just had this whole like thing together where we're like, you know what, let's just
it's dope.
Let's just write something to it. And yeah, so like in the beginning, that's me who does the little like risque sounded like help the damsel in distress kind of like thing in the beginning. That was me. And then after that, we just went into like giving y'all the bars, giving y'all some flows, you know what I mean? So that's why I tried to use like more of a approach that was just like a take notes. These bitches ain't coming close. I move in silence. I ain't friendly. So please skip the approach. What was you thinking playing dead in my face? I wouldn't know. They say karma is a bitch. You gonna reap what you sow. Learn the mechanics to the game. It's organic the way I grown. Not here to make no new friends. I'm here to get it and go. If I respect you, I respect you. You'll know if I don't. Gotta get at me while you can. Either you will or you won't. And my perspective on this shit make my money hits and I dip. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. The games be for the filth. Gotta keep a rise on these kids. Gonna take more than an inch. Trying to have me feeling the way it's gonna take more than a bitch. But I'm honest as shit. And they will I'm on this rocky as shit. Got me popping my shit, feeling like this Rocky the Sixth. Stay on top of your game every time you step in the ring. Give it your all, cause win or lose, we learn and we change. Ceverely in Maine, the medicine, that dope for your veins. Metaphorical claims I leave for your rhetorical brains. My aura the same. I want the bags, hold off on the fame. We went off on this thing to let you know we mean what we say. Yeah, I mean. So we kind of had fun with the record. You know what I mean? This was like a record where we just wanted to get like a point across, but have fun with it at the same time. We weren't really out to do nothing, just somebody save us.
Who would Son like to work with? We got our first question in the chat. Who would Son Lee like to work with? Let's go, Son Lee.
At this point, I'd like to work with anybody, but I like people that like to work with the more melodic type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have no specific artists in mind because I'm open to even deal with artists that I've never met. You know what I mean? Artists that I'm not familiar with. Like, I just want to do the work. You know what I mean? It don't really matter who I work with. I don't have nobody like in general lined up that I'd want to work with. But there's a lot of people out there that I do like. But as far as like all that goes, I'm doing like everything from like a studio. Like I don't have like the audio equipment to record or nothing from home. So like in my spare time, I'd be trying to learn how to do beats and like stuff like that. And you know what I mean? Like other things, but I've never really just sat around looking for other people to feature. Because really, I just want people to hear me and like get myself out there. So I'm at this point, I'm still, you know what I mean? Learning the ropes. I'm willing to work with anybody. My door is always open to anybody who want to work with me. You know what I mean? You could get in touch with me through all my social media links. You could DM me. You know what I mean? All my info is on both Facebook. It's on Instagram. It's on YouTube. Instagram, it's Cincerely Sandra. Facebook, it's just my regular name, Sandra Evans. And I believe on my YouTube, it's Sonlee 1985.
That's what's up. We're going to go to the next joint, unless there's another question. Hold on. She's Fire, Son Lee, and Il Java. Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Wait, we might have it up. When we get in the Son Lee, and this is Hip Hop Project. Oh,
hopefully soon. You were supposed to send me some beats, so I'm waiting on those.
Exactly.
It could be sooner than you think.
And the artist,
it could be sooner than you think, Gav. It could be sooner than you think.
Let's go, Gav. Let's go. Yo, Gav, man, stop playing around, man. Don't you better send us some beats, man. Send her a good pack.
And he's holding another gem that we put out that we did. Maine The Medicine, Holla the Scholars on the chorus. He had one he holding in the vault.
This is hip hop.
Push the button, hip hop. Push the button.
He be holding those gems, right?
Mm-hmm. But I like that. When I least expect it, I'm gonna wake up one morning and the song gonna be on. Yep, it's gonna be right there.
Speaking of great records, go to number 5, Obscurity, produced by Nate Will. Both MCs ensure that hip hop remains what it will always be and always meant to be, a reflection, a release, and a revolution. Nate Will with this piano track that I'm really loving. Single young mother bars, you know, we get vulnerability and we get, you know, a raw Son Lee. You know, I hear that you know, you could hear that you lived. You could hear that you're healing.
Yeah, that was the time for me to release a little bit of the uncertainty, you know what I mean? As far as Obscurity is more like the unknown, and you know what I mean, from one thing to the next, and everything could always be like hit or miss, or if you don't take the shot, you ain't never gonna know if you could have made it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of obscurity in our lives in general. So I try to keep my like bars and my verse to that in that realm of that whole, you know what I mean? Like that's why I said that the obscurities out of 10, reassurances out of 4. So let me know. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot more things that I'm uncertain about than I can be sure about. And I think we all go through that at points in our lives. You know what I mean? Depending on how our life is, everybody lives life differently. Everybody has different circumstances. Everybody's been through different things. And that's kind of where I was going with the verse for that one. It was just more or
Yeah.
less, you know what I mean? Like my thoughts of like, I always thought I would make it off of this rap shit. You know what I mean? But even if I didn't, I always knew I would have shit. Pardon me while I laugh quick. You know what I mean? Like there's so much things that in that one, it's more like my thoughts were expressing how I felt.
No, that was, come on. Can't get no better than that, man. Listen, let's go to number 6, which is called The Assassins, produced by JL Studios. It's Mrs. Smith basically accepting a mission. Sunly is coming for the bag. It's the interlude. Talk about that interlude. Oh yeah, and this is hip hop talking about you got those beats are coming. So we'll see what happens.
All right. And we can expect a project with This Is Hip Hop and Son Lee coming soon.
And 82DC want to get you on the project right away. Send me an email, Marquis. I'll put Son Lee on the next Java project if she wants. Yeah, y'all connect, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all connect with her social media. I'm gonna have it all in the description. But you want to say it again? Or maybe you can write it. Can you type it while you on the phone or not? Maybe not in the comments. I'll find it later and then I'll throw it on there so people can at least the email, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw my email up there so that the people can.
Okay, you can do that. All right, cool. All right, so we talked about the interlude, right?
Yes, the interlude was just a little snippet, you know what I mean? Like Maine, he likes to do the skits.
Yeah, he likes the skits in that. I told her I can do it. She was when you're on the phone, like sometimes it interrupts. She'll be back. Just sent me a Discord. Send to me on Discord. Yeah, I can send it to you on Discord. We're gonna wait till she gets back. she just oh, there she goes. She's back. What's good, Queen?
It's not letting me type it on there, so but my email is yellow.
That's what I said. That's why I said I type it. Like I was like, then you was like, no, I got it. I'm like, oh, you lost.
Yeah, I was out there typing it. As soon as I went to hit send, it was like, something went wrong. I'm like, oh shit. Let me go back.
Nah, I'll type it in a minute.
Yeah, so that was basically just like the phone call before the assassin attack. You know what I mean? We got sent to go on a mission to keep our eyes on somebody.
Let's talk about number 7, and then I'll while you're doing that, I'm gonna talk. I'll put the email in. But number 7 is Assassin Attack, produced by DJ Gatsby. A dope piano track. He gets the head nod. The Smiths are on a mission like Special Ed. The lethal assassins and microphone specialists complete their missions with ease. The Thesaurus Tyrants. That's what you guys are. The Thesaurus Tyrants. We're gonna need a group name one day for y'all. Sonly in story mode. Your mission was cool. Maine's was violent for some reason.
Yeah, Maine's always coming as an aggressor.
Do you have a plan? Let's talk about that record, but I want you to also answer the question after this. But do you plan on switching on, story mode more, like putting on that story mode more in the near future?
I may, yes, but it's not my go-to for anything that I like to do. You know what I mean? I more like to just put out what I feel at the time, stuff that both, you know what I mean? Like people could relate to. Like I like to have fun and make music that I know people are going to relate to, whether they're male or female. So I try to make music for everyone. But I mean, for me, I don't care for the fame side of the industry, if that makes
No,
sense.
that makes
Like
no, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'd like to
Um,
be in like the underground forever. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm not like young. I'm not 20 something doing this, so I'm not doing it for everybody to be like, oh my god, she is. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, I don't want that to follow me around because, like I said, that's what leads to problems. You know what I mean? And some of us have shit we worry about in our regular life, so we don't. I don't care for the fame side of it because I know it brings a lot of um, cutthroat type of bullshit, if I could say. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that you might feel that they for you, but are they really for you? So I don't
yeah,
want to put myself in situations where I have to question what, like I don't want to go into something with so much uncertainty that I feel like I'm kind of just like winging everything. Like I want to be sure or certain of certain things. So for me, it's not about going major. You know what I mean? I just want people to hear my music. I want, even if it's 10 people, to be like, you know what, like your music really like changed my way of thinking. Your music does something for me. Like that alone is all I want. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah, no,
not
100%.
to be like, oh, I made millions off of this. Like for me, it's not about the money. You know what I mean? I make money. Money don't make me. So it was never like for me to get rich off of. So I didn't come to it with a scheme. So for me, there's no plan for me to cut anybody that's above me. You know what I mean? If there's people that are way more successful than me at this, then okay, maybe you doing something that I'm not doing. But I'm not looking to take this as a venture to like cut away anybody I have to just to get to the top. Like that's not where I'm going with it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I just like making music. So I don't look at it as in I gotta worry about anything. I just want people who do want to do music with me or want to work with me. Just keep in touch. You know what I mean? Send me beats or send me whatever you would have. Even if you have verses already with the beat, you're like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm always there to listen, you know what I mean? And I like new artists and stumbling upon people I've never met or seeing people that are like females just like me that are super talented. Like I'm seeing more and more of them every day on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook. And it's just amazing to see it because we went for a whole maybe 10, 15 years where there wasn't no real female MCs. You know what I mean? So the fact that there's a lot more of us out there now, I like seeing that.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And,
I got your email below, so y'all can
okay.
email her beats. Y'all can get in touch with her through the email. Um, did you talk
Yeah, hit
about the
me up.
actual
Anybody that
song?
wants to work, anybody that has anything they want to send me, and
Did you
I'm
actually?
down.
Did you actually? I know you answered one of the questions, but did you talk about the actual record, Assassin
For
Attack?
assassin attack?
Yeah, yeah. Did you talk about that? I don't want
No,
to skip
not
that.
yet. No.
Yeah. Can
So
you talk about
assassin
that
attack.
record? Yeah.
So assassin attack was a
Yeah.
song that initially Maine had came to me with that one. Like it was one that one day we were just at the studio and he was like, hey, I want to play this beat for you. So let me know if you like it. And he played it. And in the beginning, like it was just the piano. So we didn't know like what the concept was going to be at first. So I was like it's not really my style. Like, so when I hear a beat, like I said, I have something that I'm like, ooh, yeah, this good. Like, let me get that. But when I first heard it, I'm like, I'll think about it. And then he was like, okay, so I got an idea for it. And he's the one that came up with the idea, but he's like, let's do some type of like assassin style type. He's like, because the album's Mr. Smith, he's like, we'll keep it along them lines. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
why mine has more of like the storytelling kind of verse, you know what I mean, for that one. But I mean, I think the record still came out good, but it was one that in the beginning I wasn't sure if we were going to get it done because it was one that it took a little bit of time for us to get it together. So on that one, I did my verse and then the chorus just came to me. Like another thing about me, I like to do choruses if I'm like
Yeah.
really feeling the song or if something comes to me, I'll usually do it right there, kind of writing the same tone like while I'm writing. And I came up with the chorus for that and we just put it together and that was like a one of the fast ones that we did. Like it,
I mean,
the beginning it started off slow, at the end it came together quick.
I mean, your missions, it just sounded like y'all went on two different missions. I'm like, oh, they just went on two different missions because I'm thinking about the way you set it up
well,
at
no,
first.
and for the song, that was where our aim was, because Mr. and Mrs. Smith, they always had different agendas. You know what I mean? Until it was time for it to be like, we wanted to be different from the actual Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because they had a vendetta to go. They went after each other in the end. Like,
well, yeah, exactly.
But if for this, we had different missions for it. So it was like he was called for one thing and I was called for another.
Yeah, but I consider the record Breakup that kind of equation when they was beefing at the end and going at each other. But we'll get to that record later. Number 8 is Black Magic, produced by Black Magic.
Shout out Black Magic.
Yeah, I know. This duel and super rappers stand as living proof that wordplay still matters. Maine The Medicine and Song Lee created magic here. Loved their chemistry. You shout out, the fans and the future fans on this joint. You're humble and it shows on this record. What's one magic trick you can do or wish you can do?
That I wished I could do?
Yeah, I don't know if you believe in magic, but what's one magic trick that you can do or you wish you could do? That's what I'm asking.
It would sound a little bit foolish, but I would like to turn back time if I could.
Okay. They say time's infinite, so when we eventually get in our spirit body, we'll be able to do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hope. So then the magic's still there, but for me it was a little bit different on this track. Like, shout out to Black Magic. Me and him, we actually hooked up and got together and worked on that beat together.
Yes.
And
track fire, man.
Black Magic he's the one who introduced me to Maine The Medicine. So if it wasn't for Black Magic, I wouldn't even be involved with Maine The Medicine.
You busting shots for Black Magic, man.
Shout out Black Magic.
So yeah, that record was I like that record too, man. The whole album's incredible.
Yeah, yep.
Did I cut you off about finishing that? Did you finish talking about Black Magic?
So when we first did the song, it was like a beat that I had gotten from Black Magic, and I didn't even know if we were going to use it for the album. Like, I had just got the beat from him, so I'm like, all right, I'll see if like Maine want to use it. And when we ended up going to the studio, I played the beat for Maine, and I was like, hey, do you like this one? Like, we could do this and throw it on the album if you like it. And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, that beat's dope. Like, yeah, let's do that. So we just set up for like the next time we went to the studio and we laid it down, and it came out really, really dope.
Now, production, is another highlight. Speaking of Black Magic, man, production, these producers, in a way, who curated the album? Who put the transitions of the tracks together?
I was the one fortunate enough to be able to do the list. And
it's fine. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. It's like because it sounds like an. Some people can put these tracks differently and it won't sound so consistent and sound like an album. This sounds like an album, like it sounds consistent. So I'm praising you for whoever did the track list.
Yeah, I set it up like that, and then I ended up sending it to Maine. And then when we went back, like right before we were gonna be finished with the album, we went back to like make sure we had all the little intros and the little skits and stuff that we wanted in there, and make sure everything was like shortened up and cleaned up. So we didn't want to do like a long intro. There was actually supposed to be a longer intro in the beginning of the album, and then we chose to cut it down, like as people were listening to certain songs, like that we were getting like people's views and stuff on the album. They were like, that's like there was a little too much in the beginning intro, so they were like, maybe cut it down so you get into the music. And we ended up shortening the first intro. So my whole thing too is I didn't want to go too long on any of the intros or the skits. I wanted it to be just more of the actual tracks. So that's why we kind of kept the interludes, the intros, the skits, everything like super short.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Let's go to another dope producer. This is hip hop. Shout him out when he's in the chat as well. Just You
Shout
and
out
I,
to hip hop.
yeah, produced by This Is Hip
Amazing,
Hop.
amazing producer.
Yeah, of course. Maine The
One of
Medicine,
my favorites.
Sean Lee don't just make music, they preserved a lineage. This is hip hop curated a soulful gem, allowing the MCs to burn. Number 9, man, boy, did y'all lay some gems on this joint? We need a group name now. We need group names, y'all. Everybody in the chat, we need some group names. Maybe Pen Pals, maybe Twin Cadence, maybe the Lyricist Link, maybe
Thank you.
Crown Bars. We need some names for Maine The Medicine and Song Lee. They need a group name. Talk about number
Oh
9,
no, we
Just
gotta
You
ask
and
Maine
I.
first. I don't know if Maine wants to be in another group.
I know, right? You got 40 groups. That's why it's funny. Talk about that. Talk about this. Talk about the song though. Just You and I though. This is hip hop.
Oh my God, Just You and I. So when I first heard it, This Is Hip Hop had played it on his Instagram. And as soon as I heard it, it was an instant double tap on the heart.
You're like, give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that beat,
So,
boo.
but I didn't even know. Like, I woke up the next day and This Is Hip Hop reached out and Made the Medicine. They were like, hey, we're getting Just You and I for our album, for the Mr. and Mrs. Smith album. And I was like, you're kidding me. Like, he gonna give it to us? Like, and he was just like, yeah, he's like, we got that one from This Is Hip Hop. And he said, so we could put like a This Is Hip Hop one on the album. So I was really excited about that because I'm a big This Is Hip Hop fan. Like a lot of his beats that I've heard so far, just amazing. Like the work he's doing, amazing. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to do more work with This Is Hip Hop. We definitely gonna have a project coming up.
Shout out to
But
This Is Hip Hop.
just You and I, it kind of made me feel like my childhood days. Like I felt like the love of my grandmother, like the sweetness of like a 80-degree sunny day and you just outside enjoying life. You know what I mean? Like that's what I felt. But then you have like the frustrations that you actually deal with in life. You know what I mean? That it's not as simple as it is, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's just you and I, and we all go through it. You know what I mean? There's lows, there's highs, the ups, the downs. We all go through it. So we just gotta, you know what I mean, do the best that we could because we all we got. So the day that we die.
Yeah, shout
So
out to
you know what I mean?
shout out
You
to
just
This Is Hip. Are you done? I'm sorry. I'm like I keep cutting you off, but I thought you was done. I'm sorry.
you just sometimes you just got to keep going. You know what I mean? Even if you feel like you're alone, you know what I mean? You're never really alone. You know what I mean? You could always go to church. You could always go and join a social group. You know what I mean? There's support centers and places that you could go. Nobody should ever feel alone. You know what I mean? And
100%.
if anybody out there ever does feel alone or feels like they need somebody, just, you know what I mean? Hang in there.
This Is Hip Hop, the producer of the record. He wants to know, is it slightly a diss record?
Which one? Just You and I?
Yeah.
No.
Is this the song that Maine? This is his old group members.
Oh,
does Maine go first on this
I wouldn't
song?
say it. I wouldn't say it's slightly a diss record. So let me clear that part up a little bit. So on Maine's verse, he's just speaking on terms of how like shit it gets rocky in the streets. You know what I mean? Like not everybody has like the same views on certain things. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are going to bump heads about certain shit. So as far as Maine's verse goes, he's talking about like, you know what I mean? Like fucking with his day ones and then the people that have something to say but ain't really saying nothing. Like he's just kind of giving that type of aim. I don't think he's directly dissing anyone. I didn't feel that way anyway. But I guess if somebody could feel that it's a slight diss, they could take it that way. But I don't feel that it was a diss, you know what I mean? I just felt like it was just his way of like clarifying what he had to say. You know what I mean? Like, and now he got a team moving elite like the Yankees. You know what I mean? Like, just say like he got a solid foundation behind him, so he's not worried about anything anybody's saying, any type of talk. You know what I mean? He's just doing what he gotta do. You know what I mean? End of the day, he's a family man. He's a gentleman. He's well respected. So I didn't feel it was a diss, but if I mean you'd want more clarification, you'd have to get that from Maine the Medicine.
Nah, I think you cleared it up. He said you cleared it up, so I guess we can move on. Number 10 is The Breakup, produced by Jazzy Lion Man. The single to the album held its own for 2 months. It was released in January. Production is interesting and beautiful at the same time. Maine The Medicine Song Lee with 3D, 5D rap. So believable, so unbelievable. Like the rap couple, it seemed like when y'all do these relationship records, y'all hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, that's because that's what we
right.
kind of try to do, like a male side and then do like a female side, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't just go at it one sided, you know what I mean? We come in with the whole, like, it kind of had the same vibes like as My Heart from the Skip the Formalities. It kind of went back and forth like that a little bit. So it's like you gotta say what you gotta say, you know what I mean? And just to get it off your chest. But he spoke his piece, I spoke my piece, and I think that record came together beautifully. Shout out Jazzy Lion Man for the beat. But that was a beat that I knew it was gonna come out as one of the slower tracks, but I don't mind it, you know what I mean? As long as I could still put a flow
fire.
over it.
It was fire, man. Like y'all write well together. And what you said? You said we going to get over this like carpet over tile. Like, you know, like, I mean, you got.
I said sometimes we don't get what we want. So what? We gonna cry? Nope. We gonna get over this shit like carpet on tile. Because you know that's what they say. Like when you cover it up.
Yeah, just
when
cover
you
it up.
cover it up.
Yeah, just cover it up, man. That's
you
it.
Put a rug over the tile to cover it up. So you gotta get over that shit.
That's what they do in them cheap apartments, man.
Right.
Let's go to number 11. Is Calculated, produced by JL Studios. Who's better than Song Lee and Maine The Medicine skit, pretty much, man. So Maine, you know, got the interlude with, you know, he's talking to one of his guys, and they just, you know, talking their about y'all talent. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "What? Yeah. He better than Maine The Medicine."
He was loading. He was just loading, man. For number 12, which is really the one that's gonna bust shots, is Calculated Moves, produced by Skip
Shout out Skip the Kid. Now, I got a lot of records with Skip the Kid.
When hey, keep that on the low, girl. You gotta keep some stuff.
They know they can get. They got access. They got Spotify. They got Pandora. They know.
Let me talk about the record. When Song Lee passes the mic to Maine, it isn't a handoff. It's a chemical reaction. These piano tracks are hitting tough. The chess team with Calculated Moves, calling out your worth, dope. Taking control of your life, rap, that's dope. You know, Skip the Kid with the piano is fire, that's dope. You laced the chorus as well. Like, let's talk about number 12, man. Calculated Moves. This joint's fire.
Yeah, so Skip the Kid sent me that beat, and he was like, y'all could use this for the album. So shout out Skip the Kid, because he's got a lot of dope beats. I've been listening to his beats on Instagram, and I got a couple of tracks and shit with Skip the Kid. So this particular one, like, we just wanted to do like something like fast, you know what I mean? Just kind of like a straight to the point, get the people what they want a little bit, you know what I mean? And let them know that we here. So this one was like one of our like funner records, you know what I mean? So we just went silly with this one a little bit.
I already told you need to do a whole album with Skip the Kid, even if it's an EP. Just I just need a whole project with you and Skip.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he said he's down for it. So shout out
Yeah,
Skip the Kid.
I make
I'm
that
ready.
happen.
So
Speaking of Skip the Kid, number 13 is produced by Emma 2, is live from the basement. They sound so good over a Skip track. Maine delivering kisses of death, bars, and dedication. Son Lee is burying her ops and haters. Checking the evil and loving the good. If I F with you, access granted, free admission. Son Lee started the album fire, ended the album barring out. Let's talk about the last track, live from the basement. Skip the Kid again.
yes. So that was another beat Skip the Kid had sent me. And the two of them, like as soon as I heard them, I was like, okay, we got something with these ones. We're gonna do something nice with these ones. So
You already know.
live from the basement is another one where I did 32 bars on that one. I
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
like,
I'm not just gonna stop at 16. This an
because you started
album.
the album with like 32, 48 or whatever. Then now you ended it with it. I'm like, yo, she ain't playing around.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this one, like I said, was another one that I really liked. And I like Skip the Kid gives me sometimes he gives me beats that like before when I was first like doing music and stuff, I would have never thought like I could rap over these beats. I could do these beats.
Yeah,
But
like challenging beats,
once
right?
I started
Challenging
working with
production.
Skip the Kid and I
Yeah,
got into his style,
yeah.
now it's like I've already learned how to ride the bike and now I'm cruising. You know what I mean? Like, so this was another record for me that it just was another one where I just gave the people what they wanted and I wanted to make it so people could relate. You know what I mean? So throughout this one, like it has a little bit of everything. Like there's a little bit of the positive in there, you know what I mean, but a little bit of the letting them know who I am, kind of, you know what I
Oh,
mean.
they go,
So,
shh,
like I
talk a
said, if
little.
I fuck with you, access granted, free admission. You know what I mean? I hold bitches accountable for they slick shit, and don't let a nigga get over if he can't fix shit. You know what I mean? What good you gonna do
Yo,
me? You know?
stop playing, man. Nah, for real, man. Like you lace this album, and people are starting to notice. I had to get the first interview, man. Let's talk about number 14. It's not really
Absolutely.
number 14 is just the outro, but it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith outro, produced by JL Studios, including myself. So
Yes.
Ceverely Yours signs out military style warning the rap scene. 2026, Ceverely Yours LLC. The outro was cut. The outro wasn't put behind music like I wanted it, but
Uh-huh.
and it kind of came on so sudden. It kind of scares me when it comes on. I don't know. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but
It scares you?
it's it's sudden. I don't say it's scared. Like it's after the 13 goes off.
See, I like
My,
that. To me, that
my voice
kind of
just
gave
goes
it like
ah,
the
like huh?
yeah, like it gave it that like agent, like
Yeah, it gave it like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like the
I
end.
was
You know
like,
what I mean?
whoa.
Like oh, like the over and out kind of type of.
Yeah, I was surprised. So maybe it did fit the album. Shout out to Ben Frank, peace and infinite blessings. He says salute,
Shout out, Ben.
and he's laughing at me because I'm always doing something crazy. But yeah, what up? What up? Salute, brother. Um, yeah. So what do you think about the overall album? And let us know, man. And what you smoking on, girl?
I
Let us
got
know that too.
my smoke.
What you smoking on?
Got the smoke.
You smoke
I rolled
indica
up
or
ahead of
sativa?
time. I roll up ahead of time
No, I'm saying, do you
before the
smoke?
show started.
Hello, do you smoke
Uh,
indica or sativa?
uh, a little bit of both.
Oh, okay. What you smoking on now? You know
The
what
strain that I have
strain?
now, I
Yeah.
believe, is the wedding cake.
Oh, wedding cake. Yeah,
Hmm. It's a
wedding cake.
decent strain.
Wedding cake's good. This is hip hop says great interview. My family, we gonna be in touch soon.
Yes, yes, yes.
Send that beat pack, man. Soon, man. You need that beat
Shout out
pack
to hip
soon.
hop.
You know what I'm saying? You know we
Appreciate
need.
y'all for listening.
If y'all want those bars, man. All right. First question, right? Um, if you could drop a verse on any classic song, what would that song be on any record ever? Any classic record. It could be a Little Kim record, a Mobb Deep record, Big Big L, anybody.
Do you know what song that I used to love when I was younger? And I was always like, man, I'd love to get on that song if I could.
Which
Was
one?
Above the Clouds with Gangstar and Inspector Deck. When I was growing up,
Oh,
I used to love that song. There was like just something about it, and like just when even when the beat starts, like it's like boom, 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 do do
yep,
do do
yep, yep,
boom.
yep,
Like
yep.
I just love that. Like so, it would probably be that song if I had the opportunity. It would be that one.
Yo, yeah, that part, that's a good record. Yo, I
I
love
love that.
RP the Guru, man.
Yeah.
Great lyricist. They had plenty of classic albums. Second question is, what are the next three producers you want to lock in with? Let the
Um.
world know. Maybe you're already locking in with them. I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely got work that I'm going to be doing coming up with Skip the Kid. So Skip the Kid's on there. This is hip hop. Definitely going to be doing some This is hip hop stuff. I definitely want to work with some of the. I don't know if I'd say that they're kind of like not popular, but I like. Did you ever hear of Skis Beats?
Yep.
He got a lot of songs that I like on his stuff. So I would like be interested in like him. Um, who else produces that I wouldn't mind working with? There's another one named ARVM Beats,
Mm. Not
and I
familiar with
listen to
him,
a
but
lot of his stuff
he's
on
dope.
YouTube.
Okay.
And yeah, like I'm pretty sure they're all on like Beat Stars as well. But like I usually just listen to like instrumentals and some of the beats that they like come out with. I follow them all on Instagram, so
And
Instagram, and I follow them on YouTube.
I know you're aware that I'm connected with a lot of producers that are great underground. So let me know too if you know what you're looking for, what kind of beats you're looking for, or a producer you love that I know and I can connect you. You know that
Okay.
already. Christy
Like I said,
Johnson, welcome to this.
I'm willing to work. So
Yeah, yeah.
like how Janet say it, just give me the beats.
Christy Johnson, welcome to the THHC podcast. She says
Hey,
yes.
Chrissy, love you. That's my girl.
Sun Lee and Lovable Rogue. What's that? Is that a group name? What
Um,
is that?
I
Sun
think
Lee and
I'm not sure. I don't know who Lovable Rogue is, but we're gonna have to look that up.
this might be somebody he's trying to connect you with. Okay, Lovable Rogue. Is that a producer? Must be a producer. Love you, boo. You don't
Love
love
you
me,
too.
Chrissy? You don't love me? You got no love for Snoop Dogg? You got no love for Snoop Dogg? So yeah, producer. Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'll have to look them up.
all right. So
And
what
that's
was
an interesting name too, so I'll remember that. Lovable Rogue.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a good name, man. Third question
It
is
sticks out because, like I said, it's different.
yeah, exactly. When you go on tour eventually, what other female rappers you want on that same stage or in your entourage area with you, touring with you? What
Um,
females would you could be old, new, could be, whatever.
and I would say a lot
Your
of it would
first
be
thought.
like more older. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'd love to be on the same stage as Foxy Brown. I'd love to be
Ooh.
on the same stage as Rod Digger, Queen Latifah, Erica
Mm.
Badu. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like some of the greats. MC Light. I wouldn't mind getting on stage with MC
Light.
Light.
I love Light. Light. I love
Yeah.
MC Light, man. That's
But
my
like I
boy.
said, it could be any females, you know what I mean? Just as
Yeah,
long as
yeah.
they're talented and they giving it their all. Like I respect all women that's in the game, so they doing their thing. Shout out to them.
That's
I
what's
love
up.
seeing it. So
Number four is name rappers that have and still influence you.
well to this day, I in a way could say that I'm still influenced by Lauryn Hill. She's a big one because, like I said, she took a hiatus for a long time, disappeared off the scene, and then she came back and she's still, you know what I mean, the same Lauren, you know what I mean? Where it's not like we got a different version of her now than we did then. She's just not with the Fugees no more. So she's somebody that is still, like, to me, a big influence.
Have you ever seen her live? You ever seen Lauryn Hill live?
I've saw a couple of the ones like snippets of videos that were posted, and then I saw the one where
like live, like in concert. You never seen her live?
Oh no, I've never went to see her live. No.
Oh yeah, she's really good live. That's one thing.
I've never been to any big like concerts for any like major artists.
Oh no.
Nope.
Yeah. You get there.
Yeah.
You are one. You're gonna be one. That you're gonna have people, you know, on your show, on your roster. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. You know,
it's only the beginning, right? There's always time for room for more stuff.
What songs are you singing loud when nobody's around?
I sing a lot of different music. I listen to a lot of different music. So I don't normally just have like certain songs that I'll sing around in my head, because sometimes I'll listen to a song and then for the next sometimes half hour to an hour, that'll be the song that'll be stuck in my head. So for me, sometimes I could say it changes, you know what I mean? And as a female, you know, our shit changes from minute to minute. 1 minute I could be like in a Nas mood, and 2 minutes later I could be listening to like bachata, or you know what I mean, like have some jazz playing, like some David Sanborn going, or I'm listening to old Motown hits, and like my mom will like criticize me and be like, what are you playing that shit for? And I'm like, what? I'm playing all of this. Like, this is for me like inspiration. This is influential, like for like somebody like me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I listen to everything. Like I don't have like a limit. I don't try to put boundaries on music, not even the music I listen to or the music that I make. You know what I mean? Like I'll try anything. You know what I mean? I'll do anything. Like it just sometimes it's done for you to see. You know what I mean? Where you can take it and how it turns out. So there's times where you got to just go for it. Like I said, you ain't gonna know if you don't take the shot. You ain't gonna know if you could have made it or if you.
I could tell. We could tell like that you live. Like I said, that's why I said it in one of the storylines. Is like I could tell that you live. You had a career. You have some, you know, if you want to say baggage to a certain extent, that you know you could feel your pain and your hurt and your healing through your lyrics, and you know that's what makes, you know, a rapper an artist. You know,
absolutely.
Because some rappers stay a rapper, some rappers stay rappers. You know what I'm saying? Some stay, and that's it. They stay rappers. Versus, we're gonna play versus, man. 106 and Park versus Rap City.
I'm gonna say Rap City. I know 106 and Park was popular and big, but unless I was at one of my friends' houses growing up that had BET, I couldn't watch them. Couldn't watch either of them. And then when I got older, I watched more Rap City than I did like the 106 and Park. Like I said, 106 and Park, I only caught it if I was at one of my friends' houses that had BET. But I happened to watch like more Rap City than I did 106 and Park.
Rap City, come on, Rap City. You know, there's no right or wrong answers, but you know, I think that's the right answer. So let's go to number 2, tapes or CDs. Were you a tape or CD type of kid?
I grew up in the era of both. Like, I was born in 85, so when I was growing up, cassettes was a big thing. Like, I have a twin sister, so when we were younger, we had to share everything. So it was one boom box. We had one, like, Karen White tape. We had one Bobby Brown tape. We had one Stevie Wonder tape. You know what I mean? One Sade tape. And I remember, like, one time we were going somewhere with my parents, and we were in the Cadillac. We was getting out the car. And we used to bring our tapes, like, to put them in the car and shit. So we're taking it out, and my mom needed help with the bags in the back. And I don't know why. I guess probably because I didn't have pockets. And I was young, and I put the tape up on the, like, top part of the trunk frame where, like, when you open the trunk, where the trunk would shut in. And I put the tape there so I could grab the bags out. And then once my hands filled up, I turned and I walked away and forgot the tape. She crunched one of my tapes in there. So then after that, I was devastated. Went right to CDs.
Oh man.
But right to CDs, they were a little bit more expensive at the time because it was like they were just like, you know what I mean, popular. So they were costing like $12.99, $15.99, depending on what CDs it was. So they became expensive. And I'm glad we're past the era of CDs, but I love the CD era. So for that one, I'm gonna say it's a toss up because I like both
Yeah.
eras. The tape was a special era, and I mean, it also sucked because, you know, the shit eat your tape up, but then it also sucked if you got a scratched up CD too. So, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? They both
yeah,
had
no
their
got it.
pros and their
Yeah,
cons.
pros and cons, yeah.
So, in the 80s and 90s, I'll say tapes. And then after 95, I'll say CDs.
You cheating. Um,
Try and play it safe, you know?
are we putting this out on physical? Speaking of physicals, is y'all planning
Yes,
on the tape
I would
or
like
a
to.
CD or
I'm not sure
vinyl?
how to get involved in doing so, but I would like to have physical copies just so that I'd be able to have a copy and give a few copies out to
We'll
people that I
figure it
know
out
that
because
have.
I know some connections. I know about the vinyl game. I know about the CD game and the tape game. I know Maine knows about the tape game. He did tapes prior. So
Okay.
let's go to number 3, Drake versus Kendrick. And the reason I'm bringing that up because I heard you're a big Drake fan.
Yes, I'm a super big Drake fan. I like Kendrick Lamar. I'm not going to say I haven't listened to his music, but if we're talking about like hits and we're talking about the run as well as like Drake's just done so much more. And not only that, all the people who he's helped in the music game, you know what I mean? And in the beginning, we didn't know who Kendrick Lamar was until Drake put him on his album. And I'm not to say that he wasn't making music prior to, but I wasn't listening to Kendrick Lamar until he was on the Drake album. And then after he dropped like the Swimming Pools and Poetic Justice and all of them, and then that's when I felt like we knew who Kendrick Lamar was.
So you like his
But
you like his
I wasn't
music. You like his
I wasn't
music
listening to
catalog.
Kendrick Lamar before that.
You like his music catalog. Drake's music
Yeah,
catalog more
and
than
like I
Drake.
said, and for me, it's the fact that Drake is a very versatile individual as well. You know what I mean? Like he can sing, he raps. You know what I mean? He does the creation for like doing the lyrics and stuff, or coming up with work. Like even when he works with other artists, like the work that he does behind the scenes when he did the work with Alicia Keys and Beyonce, like writing for other artists, like stuff like that. Like I don't know if Kendrick Lamar does as much as Drake has, but I still feel that Drake surpassed him in hits. Like, I mean, they might be tied in other things, you know what I mean? But as far as the Drake, now, are you referring to the beef or just them in general?
Nah, verses just mean whatever you want.
Okay, because like I said, I think Kendrick did his thing on when they went back and forth, and I still give that credit to Drake because it took Drake to really do that, like you know what I mean, the back and forth with him for him to really put out music that people wanted to listen to, and then just so happened that one of the
You
songs
think Drake
ended
won
up
that
being.
battle?
I don't think Drake won the battle. I think that Drake gave him the push to make him want to do more music. You know what I mean? And because of that, that's how everybody got the Kendrick Lamar album that featured the Not Like Us song.
You said Drake definitely got more hits. Probably do. I don't know. I don't really count them, but let's
Yeah.
move on. 'Cause you know what I'm saying. I don't want you jumping through the screen, man. Because it sounds like if I say something bad about Drake, I want no beef between
No,
us.
I mean, you can voice your opinion.
I'm not messing
I
with
don't
you.
mind. I don't mind. Your opinion's your opinion.
No, no, I just brought it up because I saw that you was a big Drake fan. I want to just mess around with you. Number 4, another thing I heard about you. You like horror.
Yes.
So number 4 is Jason versus Freddy.
I like both, but I'm going to pick Jason.
Mm. Wow, you got to
Just
give the
for the
reason.
simple fact that Jason, he didn't have a preference. You know what I mean? If he wanted you, he got you. So he got men and women. Where to me, I felt like Freddy Krueger was just brutal. He was coming based off of like people's fears, you know what I mean? And coming in their dreams. And like, to me, that was like a total different level of like creeper. So
Yo,
it was more sick. But as far as like, for me, I feel like Jason was, he was just, he was quiet with it too. Like, one minute you
yeah,
see him, the next minute, Like, bitch, I'm
Yep.
right here. You're done.
I
Like,
always
but like Freddie, he used to, you know what I mean? He's
yeah.
chasing you because you wake up and you feel like you just woke up out the dream and now you got some guy with these big claw looking thing, and you like, oh hell no, like, and now you're even more feared. You know what I mean? So the scare tactics between both were a different level of horror, but I like the Jason horror because that was for me was more of what I grew up on watching first was like more of the Friday the 13th stuff before
That's
the
what's up.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Um, it's Freddie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing shit. There's no right or wrong answers. Just mess with you. Just mess with you. But you like the horror stuff. You'll be dope on Cartoon Beats. I don't know if you ever heard of that producer. His name is Cartoon
Cartoon Beats,
Beats. You
yeah,
ever
I
hear
think
him?
I've heard of him. Yeah, I think I heard of him.
Yo, he does Halloween Havocs with Lloyd Banks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those albums. You go look at Lloyd Banks Halloween Havocs. You can be like,
Uh-huh.
oh snap. Yep. Yep.
Well,
You know what I'm
I have to
saying?
check it out.
Jace's mother. I said Jace's mother. Let's go to the next one. The Exorcist versus The Shining.
Um, no comparison in the two. I saw The Shining before I saw The Exorcist. So The Shining was a different level of like creepy because I saw that the first time I saw that I was really young and I didn't understand it as much as I thought I did. So when I watched it the second time when I was older, it made a lot more sense because I understood a lot more. And The Exorcist, the first one was my favorite of all of the like because they came out with multitudes of the versions of The Exorcist, but for me it was the very first Exorcist. The one with Linda Blair was my favorite. She was
Yeah.
he was like I said a different level of creepy. That was more like some sick one individual type where The Shining just it took a that was like a whole like house full of insane people. They was all crazy.
You know your stuff, man. I like that. I like that. Next time I interview you or have you on the show, I'm gonna try to dig deeper into the horror core stuff. But yeah, Cartoon Beats. I
Do
thought
you
of
like
him
horror?
first.
Do you
Huh?
like horror? You like horror, thriller, suspense? What are you into as far as
Um,
cinematic?
I like
You
more
like
of
action?
a I don't know comedy, action, adventure type stuff. They solve something at the end or something. Like when I was a gamer, I would play more Zelda type like games, like
Yeah,
adventure
I like
type
Zelda.
games.
The
Contra,
Legend of Zelda was yeah, Contra,
yeah,
Super
Contra,
C,
yeah,
Double
Contra.
Dragon.
It was like it was like 20. Was it 20, 20 what sets or whatever levels, whatever it was.
Yeah,
It was,
yep.
yeah, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was next? Oh, Get Out versus Us.
Both very, very sick, twisted movies. Like
Yeah,
you could tell
first.
he was just going super crazy, you know what I mean? Like with the what he was doing with that. And I like both of them. Like in the beginning when I first watched Get Out, you kind of didn't really know like where it was going. You know what I mean? But I loved how they like play into it and they dragged it until it got to the point where the guy starts to realize like, hey, you know what, I'm fucking stuck, like I might not be leaving this place, like, but I need to get out of here.
I need to
Like
get the
for me
hell
that was
out.
it was comical in a sense because as you're watching it it's like you could see the seriousness and like all these other people like that they wanted to do something to him. And you know how like it happens to us in our regular lives without it being a horror movie, like you never know, you could be around people that just have a ill feeling or just don't like people, so some people just like to pick shit with people they don't have no shit with. Do you know what I mean? So I looked at it as if you go do the shit, do the shit. If you're not, you're not. But in a sense, it just sometimes that people will get carried away with it, and I think in that he just took it like to a sick place. Like it got sicker as the movie played. Same thing with Us. You know what I mean? In the beginning, they start out like a normal family, and then it just gets like super sick. Like so, you see kind of where his like mind frame is going with the type of like things he's putting out. So I'm like, you could tell he wanted to do that probably for a long time, or he had like a knack because he started as comedy, I thought.
Yeah, in the comedy game. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he was like putting these out, I was like, wow, this is where his mind is. Like, and it was watchable, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it just had that, oh shit, like the
Twisted.
whole time you're like, wow. And
Twisted.
in both movies. So to me, they both are like crazy movies, and I like both. But if I'm gonna pick one, Get Out would be the one that I would pick.
Nah, get out.
Or
Get out.
us,
Yeah,
us I
get out.
liked, but Us was just like the whole like family thing, and it was real another, like I said, sick and twisted weird movie. But Get Out was the one that had like the little where you're like, oh shit.
Nah, get out. Get out was the joint, dog. Oh, we got one. Is it Herdic versus Oddity? Is those movies that I should know about? Is that some scary stuff? I don't even know who these are. Blood.
I don't know who they are either.
Herdic versus Oddity. Why Oddity sound like a rap group? Isn't Oddity like these rock and roll groups? Let us know who these people are, man.
Yeah.
Even Frank's like, I don't know. I don't know. We don't know either.
Hold up.
Let us know, man. The last one is Michael Myers versus Candyman.
um Shout out to Tony Todd, R.I.P. Tony Todd. I liked Candyman growing up, but I also liked Michael Myers. But then they started to get carried away when they just kept making a bunch of them after a bunch of them, and it was always the same thing. So I'm gonna pick Candyman for that one, but
Oh,
I
what's
am
up?
a Michael Myers fan.
Candyman. He said Candyman was the GOAT too. You picked Candyman over Michael Myers?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Oh, those movies. These are movies. Oh, hold on. I gotta put the movies up again. But that just so we know, we can always come back to the video. He says, watch both of the Sun Lee. They're brilliant horror movies.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch them because I never seen either of them.
He's trying to get you on some new stuff. RP.
Yeah, 'cause like I said, I'm always interested in watching movies. How do you feel about like the Rob Zombie movies? Do you like House of a Thousand Corpse, The Devil's Rejects? Did you ever see either of those?
I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of zombie movies. I don't know what the names were. I mean, the most recent thing is all those other zombie shows that I was watching. Like, was it dead? Was it dead? Was it those ones? I don't know.
What
All
like
the
the
newest
Living Dead
shows,
or
huh?
like the which one? That one that has like the zombie shit that comes
Yeah,
on? Yeah, I've never
Walking
watched
Dead,
that one.
The Walking Dead series. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've never watched that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so yeah. But these R.I.P. to Tony Todd,
Yeah,
Candyman.
that was my guy.
You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So yeah, man. You got any verses real quick? Anything that you could think of off the cuff? Yes, 1,000 corpses, a classic. Okay. Oh, hold on. He said what? Rob Zombie makes movies well. That ones I've
The
seen.
ones I've seen, yeah. I've seen a few of his movies. I like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, y'all want to ask us some horror questions real quick, man. We got a couple more minutes, man. We about to get off. Y'all got some questions? Put them in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Put them in the chat right now. Stop playing. Put them in the chat, man. Anon. Put them in the chat, man. All right. Hope y'all doing that. All right. But yeah, so the overall gist of this album, man, like I said, it's getting a lot of buzz. It's getting so much praise in the underground, you know. So hopefully, we can get a video or two. Hopefully we can get,
Yeah, I
some.
think we're gonna think about doing a video for Forever.
Okay. So
Mm.
video, you said something about maybe some hardware like some tapes or some vinyl or something like that. Maybe
Yeah, maybe some
something
CDs
like
or
that.
something. Yeah, we gotta
Uh,
do something.
You gotta do something.
The
So
whole
yeah,
world ain't digital yet now. You know what I mean?
what's that?
I
What
said
you
the
say?
whole world ain't digital now. Some of us still do use CD players and cassette tapes and
Well, a lot of people just collect it. Like some people don't even open the package. They collect. They collect. So they
yeah.
might just
Yeah,
collect
I have a friend who collects them,
the
like the old
album. Just
record players and like the 8-track like machines and all that type of stuff.
Ben Frank, Ninth Gate verse in the Mouth of Madness. Are these horror movies? It's got to be horror movies.
Oh,
You
Ninth
must don't
Gate.
watch a lot of horror movies, girl, because they giving you some deep
Yeah,
cuts.
they're giving me
Ninth
some ones that
Gate
I'm like,
verse in the Mouth of Madness. Whoa, I don't know, man. Yep, the horror movies. He said, yeah, the horror. Listen, so
I'm gonna have
y'all
to
gonna
check
have
them
to.
out.
She gonna have to check them out. Y'all just gonna keep naming them, I guess, or just contact on her social media. Y'all already got the email. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be probably throw one of them on later today when I
Solo
get ready
album.
for
We
bed.
are like signing out soon. Let's talk about your solo album. Do you know if it's coming out this year, next year? When should we expect it?
Um, I'm gonna say probably maybe before the end of this year. I would like to have the project done, like something for like a solo project for myself. But in the meantime, I also have like other stuff that I'm gonna be doing with other artists and other producers. So there'll definitely be more music coming. But I don't have like a set date yet. It's still TBA.
Okay, that's what's up.
But it's gonna be in the works very soon.
Nah, we excited about it, man. I know Maine's not here, but Maine, I'm talking to you,
Yeah, shout
brother.
out Maine The Medicine.
Shout out to Maine the Medicine, man. Just the his personality, the way he is, he's a good father, a good man. You could just he has a good heart, and he's just a good dude, man. And without Maine the Medicine, a lot of this stuff wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
would even be possible.
happening,
So
occurring. And we just want to shout you out, man. I know you at your show
shout out
killing it.
to JL Studios for doing all of the
Yeah,
recordings.
I hit you both up. You know what I'm saying? 82 DC.
Right, 82. Appreciate you.
He been teaching me the newer game, like more social media. I gotta do do this or do that or go on this app. Like so, I love interacting with the youngsters and
Yeah, yep. And some
older
of them
people.
that
Anybody
actually know
is
what they're
learning,
doing.
yeah. And they don't mind teaching us old guys some tricks of the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
some of the new tricks that they learning.
yeah, shout out to 82 DC, man, helping an old man out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But yeah, if you don't mind, say something pleasant to your fans. Say something positive, man, before we get out of here. Then I want you to promote. And then yeah.
Okay. So for everybody out there that's listening, I want y'all to keep your heads up. I know shit's rough right now. Gas prices is high. People losing their damn minds, but just keep a positive mindset. Avoid the negativity at all costs. It's not worth it. We got enough hate going around in the world, so do your best to try to spread love as much as possible. Sometimes I know it's hard and people gonna test you and try to get a rise out of you. Sometimes you gotta just know when to walk away, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to put it
Give me
all
the
away.
word free.
Yeah, it could get shit gets ugly sometimes. So
Yeah, no, you're right.
we we gotta get more love in the world. You know what I mean? We need more kindness, more compassion, more empathy. Stuff that we're lacking. You know what I mean? And that could be said for even other countries besides ours. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
like right now every country's trying to play who's the bigger tough guy. You know what I mean? And it's like when it's coming at the cost of people who don't deserve it, we just need to spread more positivity in the world. So I'm a big
no,
believer in the
100%.
positive and keep the negative behind you because that's where it belongs.
100%. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for that message. And Christy Johnson says the world is ready for you, girl. Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
Coach. I appreciate you for listening.
Son
That's
Lee
my
for president. Son Lee for president of rap. Son Lee the president of, I know you got a good ear for music. I know you produced in the past. I know you're gonna be producing, self-producing soon. You're gonna be doing it all. You're gonna have a studio in the basement like Dre. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be. I
trying.
already see
Then
it.
we're
I
gonna
see it
be live from the basement. You're gonna have to come
on
and do
tour.
the live from the
Exactly.
basement.
On tour.
Live from the basement.
All that. It's it. Yeah. Everybody says blessings, salutes.
Thank you
Um,
all. Thank you all for sticking
appreciate
around.
everybody in the chat. Yeah, man. I like that song, Lee. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yo, I appreciate
Yes, I
everybody, man.
appreciate all y'all that went and checked out the album. Check it out now. It's on multiple music platforms. It's Severely Yours, Maine The Medicine, Son Lee, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You could
Yeah.
find it on all music platforms. If you can't get it on music platforms, if you ain't on any of them, you could pluck YouTube on your Roku. You could do YouTube on your phone. You could do YouTube from your laptop, your iPads, whatever. You could still find you Severely Yours, Maine the Medicine, and Son Lee, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So go listen to that if y'all haven't listened to that. And I appreciate all the love, all the support, and thank you guys. And thank you, Severe. This was a really, really good thing.
You know that. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yeah, 'cause normally I don't do the interviews and stuff, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it because people need to know who I am now.
Nah, we appreciate.
I'll let them see.
Man, I appreciated getting the first interview, first Son Lee interview, man.
You're
It's
welcome.
funny because a lot of people think like we know each other from like years or something. Like
Yeah, yep.
we're getting to know each other as well. As friends and then like business associates, behind the scenes and stuff. So this is all new to us. So I can't ask for anybody better on that side. So Son Lee, man, I appreciate you, man.
Thank
You know,
you, Sabrina.
and I think like I said, yeah, dope rapper. I know talent when I hear it, and that's why I've been like, on Maine The Medicine, like, yo, get her to spit, get her to do this, get her to go with this studio, go get her this producer, yo, I can hear her on this. He's like, all right.
Yeah.
So we're like,
So I was also looking into doing a song too. So I'll be having something coming out soon. I'm gonna do a song for the 6th floor. And
okay,
they're on Instagram. I believe the name is Lee Cox from the 6th floor. Yeah, he sent me a beat. So
oh yeah, from the 6th floor, yeah, okay. Shout out to them, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. But all right, yeah, shoot. Oh man, okay. All right, y'all, man. We gonna get out of here, man. Again, man. This is the THHC podcast.
go check that out.
292. Maine The
Episode
Medicine.
292.
Son Lee, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, man. Y'all go check that out, man. Stop playing. Just do all that. Hit all the buttons. Go play, rotate, keep playing again, over and over again, man. If y'all want to support the show,
sick of this shit.
Then
put it down and then pick it back up again.
Hey, y'all want to support the show? Y'all know what to do, man. Y'all got the merch. Y'all got the merch. Y'all can mess around with. Y'all got the books. Y'all can go read. Y'all got the music, of course. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start with this album right here. Mr. and Mrs. Smith album and the catalog. Before y'all start with anything with me. And because these are the first rappers that believed in my label and let me, and bless me and trusted me, and and what I can do behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, all that. So I really appreciate y'all, man, for real, man. So shout out to Maine The Medicine, Son Lee, man.
Shout out Maine The Medicine.
And
See
like
you
I
next
say,
week.
I know, like I say all the time, love yourself. Love your family and friends, and if you got more love to give, love others, man.
Absolutely. Stick together, y'all. Stick together.
We out of here. Peace out.